Hello, beautiful people. My name is Maureen Alikor. So, a friend of mine suggested I record a video or write a book on how you can effectively use the Youversion Bible app. And I got thinking about it and oh yeah, it's something fun, something interesting. Youversion is somewhere you could say I practically live. So I decided I was going to do this to show you the different aspects of Youversion and how you can leverage it for your Bible study and your spiritual development. So Youversion is a mobile application on Android and iOS that is geared towards helping you develop your spiritual life. That's essentially what it is. You read the Bible, you study devotionals, you study Bible plans, you get to learn new words, you connect with friends and family members, you do Bible study together with them, and a lot of other things you can leverage from the Youversion Bible app. So I'm just going to walk you through the basics, okay, of using the app. So this is the layout for the Youversion Bible app iPhone model. Okay, so there are slight differences between the Youversion app for an iPhone and the Youversion app for an Android phone. The differences are not so much; they're just slight differences. So I'm going to do this. The next video is going to be how to use the Youversion Bible app using your mobile with your Android phone rather. Okay, so first you go to Play Store or App Store. Since this is iPhone, it's App Store. So you go to the App Store and download the Youversion Bible app. Then you create your account. Okay, when you're done creating your account, this is what your homepage is going to look like. Yeah, so this is your homepage. So this is not a new account, this is an old account. So as a result of that, there are a lot of things you would see on the homepage that might not appear on the homepage of your new account, because activity has been going on this particular account for a while now. But this is what the layout looks like basically. So if you check the page, you're going to see For You Community, and at the extreme end here you see a picture. That is where your profile, or where you can make edits to your profile. But let's get started. So here you see Sunday 27th. So today is 27th of June, and it's a Sunday 2021. That's when I'm recording this. So Youversion has a feature on the app that enables you read at least a verse of the Bible every day, and also enables you listen to a commentary by a pastor, a musician, or someone basically who shares their input on the particular Bible verse that is a verse for the day. So they call it story. Okay, so if you check your screen, you're going to see Good Morning Toby Open Story. So you could choose to open the image that is shown in orange here, or you click on Open Story. So when you click on it, okay, it's going to bring you to this first welcome page. So the story, when you click on Open Story, it's going to bring you to a series of slides, okay, and there are different messages captured in the slide. So this is a welcome page. So it's just going to give you a little bit of intro or an activity, what is expected of you before you get into reading the Bible verse. On some days, it's going to ask you to quieten your mind. On some days, it's going to ask you to get a pen and a notepad. On some days, it's going to ask you to think about something. So for today, it's asking you to invest a few moments thinking about the people in your life. Okay? So when you're done reading this, you tap on the screen. It will take you to the next slide, which is the Bible verse for the day. So today, the Bible verse for June 27th is Matthew 22, 37 and 39. Okay, this is the Bible verse. So when you're done reading the Bible verse, you tap on the screen again to take you to the next
Hey there,
slide.
my name is Hannah Chang with Spoken Gospel in Oklahoma City.
So on
Our
the
verse
next
today
slide,
is actually
on the previous slide I showed you, it's going to, like I mentioned earlier, it usually has a video of someone introducing the Bible or that Bible verse, or running a commentary on what that verse is about. Okay, then you tap on it. For when you're done, on the next slide you're going to see what is called reflect. It's basically something practical you're expected to do as a result of the Bible verse that you've read and the Bible commentary that you've heard. Okay, so I believe this is geared towards helping you not just be a hearer alone, but a hearer and a doer of the word. So for every verse you read, for every verse you study, you're expected to carry out an action, do something. Okay, do something reflective, take action about what you've studied. So that's what this is about. And then the next slide is a devotional. So for every day, they impute a one-page devotional to help you through understanding the scripture. So most of these devotionals were picked up from the Bible plans that are already in the app. So if you check this particular devotional, it's called How to Love Your Neighbor. So if you go to the Bible plans, I'm going to show you how to do that, and search for How to Love Your Neighbor. You're going to see the full and the complete Bible plan if you decide that you want to study it. But every day they pick a particular devotional from those Bible plans and introduce it to the story page. So it will help you study the Bible verse for the day. So you can click on read more to read everything that is here. Okay, when you're done, it will take you to the next slide. So when you've done, when you've read and studied the scriptures, watched the videos, reflected or taken a decision on what your next steps and action would be, it's going to bring you to this prayer page. Page, you say a prayer, read it out to yourself. You can add it to your prayer list. I'm going to talk to you about the prayer list eventually. So when you're done, the next slide is basically an image of a graphic representation of the Bible verse for the day. You can share it to your profile and even your social media platforms. When you're done, the next, so this is have a good day. You can share the story on either of the platforms you want to share it on. So when you're done, you're done for the day, it brings you back to the home page. So every day on the home page, you would come on the home page and you're going to see the verse for the day, which is Matthew 22, 37 to 39. Okay, so these are also graphic representation of the verse of the day. Okay, so you scroll down, then on the app too, Youversion has made available an opportunity for you to record prayers, okay, or to impute prayers that you want people to pray, or you want to pray along with other people. So there's a prayer list here where you can impute what you want people to pray with you for. All right. So when you impute it, the people who are your friends on the app would see it and they'll pray along with you. When they're done praying, they will tap, okay, that they prayed, and you'll see that you're not praying alone. All right. So when you're done, that's for the prayer list. So for pray now, it takes you to a feature where Youversion gives an opportunity to pray at that instant. So a lot of times we struggle with knowing when to pray and how to pray. So Youversion has made a feature available. So when you come on the app, you're going to see pray now. Once you tap on it, it's going to show you another series of slides to guide you through the process of prayer. So this is the welcome page again. The next is a Bible verse, okay? A Bible verse that's going to help you through the prayer. It's going to help you reflect on who God is. Here too, it records concerns and all of that. Okay. Then you can also pray for people on your prayer list, right? You can also pray for people on your prayer list. Then you thank God. Then you close. Okay? So when you're done with this message will pop up. Okay? And that's that for the day. But before you tap on the next slide, you must have prayed the prayer extensively. Open up your heart to God. You must have had a conversation with God. All right. So when you're done, you tap. So that's that for prayer now. So badge progress. So Youversion introduced more what we call motivation in psychology. So it's basically a feature that motivates you to keep going, helps you track your progress, and gives you a reward system for everything you've done. Okay, so it's called the badge process. So for every plan that you complete, or for every week that you complete, or for every season that you complete, they give you a badge for it. So there's a mid-year challenge badge. So that means if you study the scriptures from the beginning of the year to the middle of the year, you get a badge for being consistent on the app, for studying, for reading, and all of that. So then there's the plan completion. So for every time you complete a plan, you also get a badge. There are also a lot of other badge. So you have the 21-day challenge, where if you study a particular plan for 21 days, you have a badge for it. The mid-year challenge, the highlight verse, the bookmark. So for different features, all of these are different features on the app, but if you use them, you get a badge for it. So you get a badge for bookmarking, you get a badge for note taking, for plan subscription, for plan completion, and for studying the whole Bible. These are just reward systems and motivation to keep you going. Okay, another feature that I love that is like there is also a reward system and a motivation that keeps you going is what we call streak. So for every day you come on the app, okay, your streak increases. So this, if you can see 148 streak, 148 on the screen, that means this particular account has been on for 148 days. That means this particular account, the owner of this account, has logged into the Youversion Bible app consistently for 148 days. That's what streak means. Then weeks shows the number of weeks that this account has been on the Youversion Bible app. So all of these are basic reward systems and motivation to guide you through, or to motivate you to want to come on the app, study, and develop yourself. I hope this helps. So let's talk about friends. So on the Youversion Bible app, there's a feature where you can develop yourself spiritually along with your friends. So it's a fusion of a spiritual development app, but it also doesn't let you develop yourself alone. They infuse a bit of what do we call it? Networking. Social media networking. So you have a feature where you can invite and connect with your friends on the app. Okay, so usually to access this feature, you go to your profile. So on your profile, you're going to see friends. Okay, once you tap on it, it's going to bring up this page where you can add friends. So this particular account has 7 friends. Okay, So if you want to add a new friend, you simply tap on add friends, and you can search for their name and their email address. Okay, you can search for their name and their email address. When they pop up, you send them a request to be your friend on the Youversion. They also will accept it, and when they accept it, you guys can start reading Bible plans together. Start reading Bible plans together, start commenting, start checking up on each other to ensure that you guys are developing yourself together. You can also search for them via their email address. Okay. Also, you can connect with friends via social media and via your contact list. So it's important that as you're developing yourself, you're not doing it alone, because it can be quite discouraging if you've not built so much spiritual muscle or spiritual discipline. It can be quite demotivating for you to do the journey alone. Okay, so the reason we are called the body of Christ is because we are not supposed to do life individually. God made us to be relational beings. We're supposed to relate with other persons. So Youversion inculcated that aspect of God's command, where you are not an island, so you don't have to do it alone. So you can study with friends. You can compare notes with friends. You can have conversations. Okay, you can talk it over. I like the feature of talk it over, where after studying a devotional together, you can get to talk about the particular devotional you studied for the day, the Bible verse, and just share your opinion, share your views, and share what God is laying in your heart. So that's that for friends. So a lot of times they would also suggest people to you from your they will suggest some other people to you using your friends. So these persons are being suggested because these persons are friends of my friends. Okay, so if you can add them all, and of course, if they want to have you on their list, same way social media applies, they would accept, and you guys are going to be friends on the app, on the Bible plan. You can, so when you are friends with people on the app, you can see their plan activity. If they want to show it, you can also get to connect with them past this Bible app. You never can tell where this is going to lead. Yeah, so it's important that you connect with them. So let's talk about the other features on the app. So at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see different icons. You're going to see home, which is where we are. You're going to see read. You're going to see plans, discover, and more. So read is one of the best places you can ever get to on the app. That's where you study the Bible. Okay, so when you tap on read, it's going to bring you to this option of where you can read the Bible. So on the screen here, it's always going to pop up the last Bible verse you opened before you close the app. So I was studying Ephesians chapter 2 yesterday before today. So when you come on this page here, at the top of the screen, you're going to see Ephesians chapter 2. So when you tap on it, you want to choose a new chapter. Let's say you want to choose a new book. You want to read a new book of the Bible. That's where you tap on. So it's going to bring you here. So you make your choice. Okay. So when you tap on it, it's going to open up the chapters of that particular book for you, making it very easy, so you don't have to stress yourself so much in having to scroll down. So let's say we want to read Daniel chapter 8. So you tap chapter 8. So this is Daniel chapter 8. You just read. All right. You read it. Yeah. So when you're done reading Daniel chapter 8, if you check at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see an arrow that leads forward and an arrow that leads backwards. What that means is clicking on this arrow takes you to Daniel chapter 9, and clicking on the back arrow takes you to the previous chapter. That's basically what the arrows there are for. So let's say you want to change the Bible translation that you're using. This is set on KJV. So let's say you want to change the Bible translation. You can simply tap on where KJV is, and it's going to open you up to different versions and translations of the Bible. Okay, so there are about 2,455 versions, okay, on the Youversion Bible app. All right, so these are some of them. All right, these are some of them. So it depends on what you want to study. Okay, so I love TPT, I love Message, I love so many of them. So that's where you select versions and translations you want to read. Okay, so there are two features I need you to pay attention to on this page. So you can use your Youversion Bible app without your mobile data. How you do that is you download the Bible verse, the version of the Bible or the translation you want to read, or perhaps you would want to read when you're out of data or when you do not have access to data at a particular point in time. So if you check on my screen, you're going to see that TPT version has a marked icon. That's because I've downloaded it. But right below it, you're going to see NLT and NIV. It has not been downloaded. Okay, so for you to download anyone, so for TPT and KJV and Message that I've already downloaded, that means even when my data is not on, I can access those versions and translations. Okay, but if my data is not switched on, I won't be able to access NLT and NIV. That's because I've not downloaded them. So I usually recommend that when you come on the app, you download one. When your data is switched on, you download the different versions you would use for Bible study, because internet might not always be accessible at each point in time. So in order not to face the challenge of, I do not have data or I do not have access to internet, so I cannot read, I cannot study the Bible, they have made this feature available. So you simply tap on it and you download. Okay, my network. So you simply tap on it and it downloads, right? That's how it works here. So any day you come on the app and you want to read a particular verse, you just tap at this, and it's going to bring you to this list. So your recently used translations will always pop up at the top of the screen, and then you can always scroll down. There are 64 English versions. That means there are other versions in other languages. So let's talk about the languages. So one more beautiful thing Youversion is doing is translating the Bible, translating these versions into different languages. So for me, my app is set to English because that is my predominant language. But let's see some other languages that you can read your Bible in. So you simply tap here where you have language, tap on English. So these are other languages here. They even have, for Nigerians, it also have your traditional language. You have Tiv, Ibibio, Idoma, Urobo, and all of that. I believe it also has the traditional languages of different other countries and nations. So the choice is yours. Depends on the language you want to study. You just access it. This helps you develop your knowledge of your language, and also helps you see what the Bible is saying in other languages. Okay, so that's that. So if you want to select your language, I think you simply search for it here if it's available. So here there are about 1,692 languages. Wow. So God bless the Youversion Bible team for the work they put into ensuring that this app is as simple as possible, and all of these features that are here, God bless them for making it available. And all of this, you can access it for free. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about how to give, how to contribute to the work that Youversion Bible team is doing to help us read and develop ourselves spiritually. So that's that for Bible translations and languages. So on your read, you are here. I come back to this page. So let's say you want to change the font. Okay, at the far end you see the alphabet, capital letter A and the small letter. So tapping on it is going to bring you to this feature. So here you can choose the particular font you want to read. You can check, you can increase or reduce. Let's see, it's reducing. Okay, you can also increase it by tapping on this big A. So you can choose your font. There are a lot of fonts here. You can choose the particular font you want. All right. Also, in order to access this font when your phone is offline, you have to download the font to your phone. Okay, you have to download the font. So even when your data is switched off or you're out of a net coverage area, you'll still be able to access your data. All right. So that's that. So you can also choose different settings. Let's say you want to use the blue lights, you want to use this, you want to use white. Oh no, I don't like that. So these are different color schemes you could choose. Let's just make do. So I'm usually very particular about my eyes, so I like to go with a darkest color scheme. So for other let's check all settings. So there are a lot of other settings you can customize on the app. So you come to this place. So you can check your footnote, cross-reference, red letter. Here where you increase the font size. Okay. You can increase the font size and all of that. Your low light. No, I don't like that. So you leave it here. You can always do this. You can also check this note if you want them to notify you of when you've completed a Bible plan. You can do that. So there are a lot of features here. You can download images, set your languages. So I mentioned giving earlier. So because the Youversion Bible app is free, and they usually do not task people. They don't ask you to pay before you use the app. Okay, there's an option where you can contribute to the different outreaches that the Youversion Bible team is carrying out. So that's where you have the giving option. So you can tap giving history, and it's going to bring you to the page where you'll be able to give. So another feature I love so much about the Youversion Bible app is plans. So when you tap on plans, there are a lot of Bible plans on the Youversion Bible app. So because our spiritual work is not an inactive work, it's not a passive work where you just become a Christian and you do nothing to develop yourself. So when you become a Christian through the what we call salvation, it's required that you put in the work. Romans 12:2 says we should renew our mind. We should not be conformed to this world. How we ensure we are not being conformed to the world around us is by knowing, by studying, by learning the cultures of the new kingdom or the new family we've subscribed to. When you become a believer, your soul is transformed, but your physical body and when when you become a new believer, your spirit is changed, all right? But it requires work for you to bring your soul up to speed with your spirit. So that journey of transformation requires we keep studying the Bible, we listen to sermons, access Bible plans and devotionals that help us through this journey of transformation. So one of the things I love so much about the Youversion Bible app is they've made different plans available to you, to me, to everyone who accesses the app. So I don't believe there's any area of your life that you're struggling with that there's no material to help you through. So let's say you have you're trying to build your spiritual life, all right? So here, when you come on this page, there are a lot. So you simply come at this search bar right under the battery feature and tap. So let's say you're trying to build your prayer life. So when you tap on prayer and search, so it's going to bring out different plans that have already been shared on the platform that deal on the subject of prayer. So these are different plans on prayer. There are quite a number of them. I believe that if you put in the work that is required, study this plans, the scriptures, and pray along, is going to greatly improve your prayer life. At least that's what happened to me too. It's one of the features or one of the spiritual development exercises I embark on for every area of my life. So even when I want to develop my prayer life, or anytime I know I want to charge my prayer life, I come back to Youversion. Of course, I read scriptures, I listen to sermons, but I try not to limit the things I do, my spiritual development exercises, to just one thing. Okay, I open myself up to different practices, different exercises. And sometimes some things I call shortcuts that others who have gone ahead of you have seen. Okay, this and this are what I did to help me. You can also do this. Another thing that enables us leverage shortcut is reading books written by people. One of such books that could help your prayer life is the book The Art of Prayer by Papa Kenneth Hagin. That's one book. So let's say you're trying to develop your prayer life. So you come to this app. These are features, okay? These are Bible plans. So if you look, you're going to see that on each plan, they have a certain number of days imputed. So the first plan we have is 5 days. That means the Bible plan is going to take you through this the subject of prayer from the angle the author of the plan will take you in 5 days. Okay, you're going to see some 10 days, you're going to see some 15 days, 21 days, and all of that. So it depends on what you're looking to develop. So let's say this is it. This is the introduction. So you read through the introduction and see if it's something you want to study, if it's something you're interested in. It also shows you how many persons have completed this particular plan. It shows you the name of the person or the organization that made this particular plan available to you. So you can either save for later, okay, or you can click on sample. Sample is just going to show you a page of perhaps a page of what you're going to find in the Bible plan. Okay, so save for later enables you to come back to it in subsequent days. Maybe you don't want to start it today. Perhaps you're studying another plan, but you just found this plan and you want to go back to it. You can click save for later, or you simply just start. Okay, so when you click on start, there are that 2 features that will pop up. They'll ask you by myself or with friends. By myself is the feature that enables you study this Bible devotional alone. Okay, you don't want people to know your plan activity. You don't want people to see your plan activity. You want to do it all by yourself. Okay, that's by myself. Also, with friends enables you do this Bible plan or study this Bible plan along with other people that you would invite to join you. Okay, so the choice is yours. But let's say this is by myself. Okay, so do you want your planned activities to be visible to your friends or private? The choice is yours. Visible to friends. Okay, so whenever you select a Bible plan, it's going to come to this particular option where you have my plans. Okay, my plan. So this is what it looks like. So every day you come on the app, once you just tap on plans, it's going to bring you to my plans and you start studying. Okay, so for each day, like I said, this plan is for 5 days, so it's going to run from today till any day you start it. That is the day your 5 days start counting. So because I'm starting mine today, it's going to count from the 27th of June to the 1st of July. All right, so how do you read your Bible plan? So every day you come on the app, you tap on, it's going to automatically put the cursor on that particular day. So you click on devotionals. Okay, so this is it. So in the Bible plans, some of the plans have video devotionals. Okay, some of the plans have text. So this particular app is a video. This particular plan is a video. So when you're done watching the video, you come to the bottom of the screen and click next. It's going to take you to the Bible verse, okay, the anchor Bible verse for the video you just watched. It's also going to take you to the next. It depends. Sometimes there are some Bible plans you select that have just one Bible verse. So when you're done watching the video or reading the text, you study the Bible verse that was shown. Some have up to 5. It depends on what plan or what devotional you're doing. So when you're done for the day, you simply tap the good option there. That means you've completed day 1. Okay. So of course, when you complete anything, they're going to ask you if you want to. So when you start a new plan, they would ask if you want them to set a reminder to remind you, but not now. All right. So if you come back tomorrow, it's going to take you to day 2. You do the same thing. All right. The devotional, like I said, this is video next. Okay. So you can, like I said, you can search for different areas. You can even scroll through the page. All right, you can scroll through the Find Plans page to see different plans that you could leverage. I'm interested in this. Addicted to busy. Okay, so there are different, even for kids, even for young adults, there are different plans that you could leverage. That's a beautiful thing about the app. All right, so you can search. There are much more than this. You realize they are categorized. Youversion originals, you can click on see more. On the subject of anxiety, you can click on see more to see much more plans. All of these plans here are on the subject of anxiety. All right, all of this. Yeah, so for, let's say, for marriage, you click on it, see more. You're going to see a lot of other plans on the subject of marriage. All right, so it just depends on the area of your life you want to develop. You don't have to do it all by yourself. You don't have to get confused on where to start. You can just start with a particular with a Bible plan. So the Youversion Bible app also, when you come to plans, it gives you a feature that enables you go through the Bible through a different series of time. So you can go through the Bible in 1 year. So you see the whole Bible. So that if you click on see all, you're going to see these plans here walk you through the Bible in 1 year. All right. So if you start it, that means you have to show up every day. Okay, show up every day and to read the Bible. There are different ways. Sometimes it's Genesis to Revelation. Sometimes they just show you how the Bible started. Sometimes it's a recap. Sometimes different things. Okay, different things. Sometimes they also show you the Bible in chronological form and all of that. Other time video project. That's if you want to, for 1 year. Then you also have the partial Bible. So let's say you want to focus on studying a particular aspect of scriptures. You come here, it's going to walk you through that process. There are plans for you. So let's say you also want to do a biblical study of the Bible. So there are different subjects in the Bible that you might be interested in studying or in developing. So this plan enables you to do that. Okay? Yeah. So they've arranged all of these plans, arranged all of this to make the Bible study easy for you. So you don't come on the app and you get so confused. So the reason I'm doing this is because I've been using the app for quite some time. I've become quite conversant with it. And I know that a lot of persons are just starting and they would need help to navigate through the app. So this is more like me showing you around a new house you just bought, but I've been living in the house. You get? Yeah. So I hope this is helping. I hope this is really helping. So another feature that I love about the Bible plan is Discover. So Discover is an option where you get to search for different things, where you see different resources on the Youversion Bible app. So you get to see teaching clips. Okay? You get to see video teaching clips. You remember I mentioned earlier when I started the recording that for every day you open the story, you're going to see a particular person introducing the Bible verse that you read for the day. So Youversion has a feature where you can watch the teaching clips without going to your story on different days. All right. So So they also have featured plans. So there are some plans that perhaps they are new plans, perhaps they are very popular, perhaps they by spiritual discernment they've realized that there are certain areas that people are struggling with. So they can show it up on featured plans. So you have God's path to success, worry, and all of that. These are featured plans. You might choose to take them up or not. Then there are featured videos. So on the app, there are a lot of videos you could watch. So different religious organizations or faith-based organizations have put together different videos to help us understand the Bible. So we have the Bible Project, we have spoken gospel, we have spoken gospel. So there are a lot of other ones. So featured videos, all right. Then there are trending plans. So let's say you know how things trend on social media. Yes. So on the Youversion Bible app, different things trend. Devotionals, plans trend. So if you scroll through the Discover page, you're going to see the plans that are trending. So these life lessons from Corrie ten Boom is trending. All right. Different other plans are trending. So you might look through it and say, okay, I want to study this, I want to get to know this, and here we are. So you can also see plans that your friends are reading. They also show you plans you can read. All right. They'll suggest plans to you based on plans you've read. All right. They'll say, okay, because of this your plan activity, they would suggest some plans to you. Perhaps you want to keep up your study in that area. And then you can also search plans by emotion. So it depends on how you're feeling. There are a couple of plans that have been laid out here for you. All right. So that's that for Discover. So more is basically your home page. So when you want to give, you simply tap at the top of the screen, right beneath the battery option, you see give. So that when you want to contribute to the Youversion Bible app team and the project that they are doing. All right. So that's about the basic introduction to effectively use the Youversion Bible app. This is the iPhone version. Okay, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do that using the Android version. I hope this helps you. I love you. So I want us to develop our spiritual lives together as much as we are developing our mental, our minds, developing our body, developing our finances. It's also very important that we develop our spiritual life, because that is at the foundation of everything we are going to do. All right. So I hope this helps. I'm going to record the Android version. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.